What's up, everybody? That's a picture of a stat. I'm going to read this article to you in a second. So, hey, replay viewers. It's Conrad from ConradRocks.net. And talking about Jesus. I love Jesus. I'm going to pray for you guys, too, at the end. So, you might want to stick through here. Have you ever noticed around this time of year, there are people with a lot of turmoil, a lot of sickness, a lot of disease. A lot of people die. And, I'm not, it's a very hard subject for me to approach. But the fact is, people die on Christmas Day more than any other day in the year. A lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people that do know it try to come up with reasons. Oh, they're fat, they're drunk, or whatever. But I'm going to read a study to you that shows a little bit more about it. In the beginning of the video, I showed a picture. I'm going to show it again for those of you that are coming in right now. Here it is. This is a picture I took of an article. Patients dead on arrival at the hospital or dying in emergency room. Christmas was found to be the deadliest holiday at U.S. hospitals, followed by New Year's Day and Thanksgiving. Look at that bottom line there. That's the spike of deaths on Christmas. Now, let's talk about the fact that I did not get this from a pagan source. I didn't get it from a Christian source. It came from a funeral, usfunerals.com, which links to funeral homes. Okay, and I'm going to read the article here. It's short. It's not that big of it's not that long. But it's to the point, and I think we as Christians should probably start putting two and two together here. My people perish for lack of knowledge. That's the people of God. Paul talks in Corinthians. That's why a lot of you are sick and dying, because you're taking the cup of Christ unworthily, not discerning the Lord's body. Okay, so there's stuff that goes on, and it's guaranteed in the Old and New Testament, right? We need to pay attention. I think people should start erring on the side of being biblical rather than our feelings, But I'm going to read the article here for you. This is dated a while back. It's 2004, but the statistic remains true. This is one with easy to see graphics. And I chose it because it's not a Christian article. It's not. It's a government, I guess. I don't know, is that a government entity, funerals.com? I don't know, they're not Christian. A new study identifies that deaths spike on Christmas Day in the United States. A new analysis of mortality rates in the United States during different times of the year has found that people are more likely to die during the holidays, namely on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. A group of sociologists analyzed all of the official death certificates during a 25-year period in the U.S. between 1979 and 2004, and conducted that there's been an excess of 42,325 natural deaths in the 2 weeks around the Christmas holiday period. You guys notice that? Have you ever noticed that people die at this time? Okay. I had a friend of mine die yesterday. This excess is above and beyond what would be considered the normal season increase in the death rate in the United States. The study, published in the journal Social Science and Medicine, is from researchers David Phillips, Gwendolyn Barker, and Kimberly Brewer. Professor Phillips at the University of California stated that the findings are not trivial and indicate that more people die in the hospital emergency wards or are dead on arrival on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and New Year's Day than any other days of the year. Phillips said that the team's analysis of 57.5 million death certificates shows that the chance of dying during the holiday period increases somewhere between 3 and 9%, depending on the demographic group you look at, and between 1 and 10% depending on the cause of death analyzed. The results of this study pose more questions about the reasons behind the trend in excessive death rate. It is speculated that the psychological stress can make the difference. But for this to occur so especially on precise a day, I'm going to show you some spikes here before this is over. And for a urine, okay. But for this to occur so specifically on a precise day, and for a huge range of diseases, makes it an unlikely sole determining factor. Makes it an unlikely sole determining factor. In other words, they don't know what's causing it, and these are experts. Other possibilities, such as things as emergency department overcrowding, staff shortages, winter travel, cold weather, and substance abuse. However, none of these offer singular, convincing evidence of determining the trend. With a terminal illness such as cancer, the rise in deaths in hospitals at this time of year is canceled out by decrease of deaths in other medical settings like hospices or even at home. Phillips claims the next steps in research is to follow up and try to identify the mechanisms that contribute to this spike in the death rate at Christmas. For now, the message is to pay attention to your health and your health resources, particularly on these two occasions. Okay, so my grandmother died on December 27th. I mean, I know people die at this time of year. In my timeline on Facebook, people are asking for prayer. I mean, they're asking for prayer. And like I said, a friend of mine died yesterday. And, I'm just going to say we need to start putting two and two together. Start going A plus B, might actually equal C. Now I'm going to show you a couple of graphics here. So you can see, I'm not making this up. This is an actual article right here. You can see that's funerals.com, right? Funerals.com. And new study identifies. That's not a really good picture. But here's some of the graphics. Death never takes a holiday. Examining official U.S. deaths from 1979 to 2004, University of California sociologists determined that people are most likely to die over the holiday season. Patients are dead on arrival at the hospital or dying. Look at that. Christmas Day. Here's another one. Here's the spike. Christmas Day. Dying in all settings by day of death. Look. Christmas season. Here's another one. Huge spike. Patients dead on arrival at hospital by day of death. Christmas is way above every other day of death. This goes to July to June. It's a whole year. Look at that. Bam. Patients dying in emergency room by day of death. Look at that. Spiking on Christmas Day. All right. So what does that mean? I think we should start putting two and two together. Amen. God bless you guys. I want to thank you for being in my life. And if this has touched you, please share this with your friends and family on social media, if you dare. Till we meet again, dig deeper and go higher.